What's up, you sweaty nerds and greasy degenerates? So, Xueyi will be the next 4-star character coming to us in Honkai Star Rail, and she'll be releasing very soon in patch 1.6. Interestingly, she'll be releasing in part 1 of patch 1.6 rather than in part 2 like so many 4-stars before her. So, it's time to dive into whether it's worth pulling for her, building her, and what her kit does, since we found out so much about it in the patch 1.6 special programming. And I think a lot of you will be surprised at how interestingly and powerful her kit actually is, even though she's only a 4-star. So let's dive into this. Alright, so let's get into Xueyi's kit here. Xueyi is a quantum type combat damage character on the path of destruction, which is the first destruction based quantum we have received in the game so far. So even though she is a 4-star, she's likely to make a big splash, but that's mostly because of her super awesome kit that will even make Silverwolf and Ruan Mei shake in their tight little booty shorts. Xueyi's basic attack, Mara Sunder All, deals quantum damage to a single enemy target, and her skill, Iniquity Obliteration, is a blast damage type of attack, which deals quantum damage to 3 enemies. Most of the damage will be dealt to the center enemy target you're actually aiming at, and a smaller percentage of damage to the enemies on its side, just like any other blast damage type of effect. And can I just say, even Xueyi's attack names are cool. Most characters' attack names are stupid and are as long as a Lord of the Rings book. But anyways, Xueyi's talent, Karmic Perpetuation, is very unique for a DPS character, and where her kit starts to get really nice and spicy. When Xueyi and an ally deal damage to an enemy's toughness, they accumulate stacks of karma. If you look closely, during the 1.6 special programming, you can see that Xueyi can build up to 8 stacks of karma, and she can build much more than 1 stack at a time. In the demonstration, for example, Silverwolf only managed to build 1 stack of karma, but Xueyi herself managed to build up to 3 stacks of karma while only hitting 2 enemies at a time. It would appear that her skill performs 3 hits, but because she was hitting 2 enemies, this math still does not check out, and there appears to be more going on than Hoyoverse is telling us about her kit. So in order to protect my channel and not speculate too much, it is likely that Xueyi has a trace that more than likely synergizes with her kit and helps her build more stacks of karma, but I'm just honestly speculating here. Something we do know for sure, though, of course, is that Xueyi needs to build up 8 stacks of karma to truly benefit from her talent, because when she finally does, she triggers a follow-up attack on the enemy target she last attacked. This attack appears to also be a blast damage attack, hitting 3 enemies at once. So, 1 main enemy target and the 2 on the sides. It's possible that it could randomize the targets after the main enemy target, but because she is a destruction type character, it's likely that it's a blast damage type of effect. Anyways, Xueyi's ultimate, Divine Castigation, deals quantum damage to a single enemy target, but it is pretty darn unique because it deals toughness damage to enemies and ignores the enemy's weakness types. The more toughness that is depleted, the greater the damage that she deals. Get out the way, Silverwolf. We don't need you anymore. Obviously, I'm kidding, because a lot of people will want to try Xueyi on a mono quantum team alongside Silverwolf, because this will synergize with Xueyi's talent. Silverwolf can apply quantum to enemies guaranteed through a full quantum team, because it would be guaranteed with all allies that are quantum, and then Xueyi makes it so that her and her allies can build stacks of karma, giving Xueyi her follow-up attack more quickly. Mono quantum teams have the best synergy with Xueyi because they can trigger Xueyi's talent literally every single time they attack. I should note, this does not necessarily mean mono quantum teams are her best teams. There is a big difference there. I'm only saying that they have the best synergy in order to be able to trigger Xueyi's talent. Now, when Xueyi uses her technique, Summary Execution, she immediately launches battle and deals AoE quantum damage to all enemies. So make sure you use all your other techniques first, get all your buffs out, because her talent is technically an attack and will immediately launch battle. I I will go over some more synergies and fun stuff with Xueyi when I end up making a Xueyi build guide. However, I will point out that it is pretty apparent that Xueyi and Ruan Mei are releasing at the same time for a pretty obvious reason. Ruan Mei will increase the weakness break efficiency of your entire team, and Xueyi can deplete the toughness bar of the enemies with her ultimate, no matter what the weakness of the enemy is. This is a very powerful synergy. Ruan Mei and Xueyi are gonna get drinks on the weekend, okay? These two are friends, all right? And they're going to be releasing at the same time as some pretty interesting and fun simulated universe events and all kinds of different events, which are pretty obviously going to be very well catered to characters like Xueyi and Ruan Mei, and probably Silverwolf too. So, should you pull Xueyi? Well, I think the answer is a lot easier for a lot of us this time around, because Xueyi is going to be the 4-star on Ruan Mei's banner, actually. And a lot of us are going to be pulling for Ruan Mei, and Ruan Mei's banner is super hot fire, okay? Like, literally, you got Xueyi, and then you got Ting Yun, the literal best 4-star in the entire game, and an S+ tier buffer in literally every single category that is available. And then you even got March 7th, who, yeah, people are less excited about March 7th, but even a well-built effect hit rate March 7th still stomps and freezes the crap out of everything, and then putting shields on everybody. You get the picture. It's actually pretty good if you know how to build her right. So this banner is absolutely cracked, okay? It makes Dr. Ratio's banner look like a banner from like a different game or something like that. It's almost like it shouldn't be here or something. So I think that Xueyi is a really decent character in the game, and since a lot of people are going to be pulling for her, it's not necessarily a matter of should you pull for Xueyi, but more a matter of should you build Xueyi. And I think that this is definitely a build-worthy character. I mean, think about it. Like, yeah, sure, some of the 5-star DPS characters will probably be above her in, like, the meta, but Xueyi has a very, very interesting kit, arguably, like, the coolest, or at least one of the coolest 4-star kits in the entire game. And when you look at the 4-star DPS characters, only QQ probably has as cool of a kit as Xueyi. And QQ is the best 4-star DPS right now, and Xueyi is definitely going to give her a run for her money. The Quantum Girls are stacked out there, okay? So, I don't know. It's really up to you whether you want to build her or pull her or not, but personally, even if I wasn't pulling for Ruan Mei on that banner, I would still be pulling for Xueyi. That's just me. I also kind of simp for her a little bit, let's just be honest. But like, dude, her kit is cool. And the toughness break that she provides, you don't even need Silverwolf. You just put Xueyi on a team, and Xueyi goes off queen. She literally does not need Ruan Mei or Silverwolf in order to pop off. Her ultimate does not care about the enemy weakness. It just breaks that weakness bar regardless. So I think that's incredibly valuable, and that means there is kind of like a DPS with somewhat of a sub DPS function in the game right now that can work on literally any team, and that's crazy, crazy valuable. And let's not forget, y'all, something that wasn't mentioned in the special programming and a lot of people might not realize, Quantum Weakness Break is one of the most powerful weakness breaks in the entire game. Many people will say it's the best weakness break in the entire game, because when you break their weakness, you can stack up stacks of that weakness break effect. The more times you hit that weakness broke quantum enemy, then they will increase the amount of stacks that they take. So at the end, when their turn starts, they take an explosion damage. And that explosion damage is higher the more you put stacks on that one enemy. So if you just have Xueyi weakness break the main boss enemy and then just repeatedly stack your attacks on that same enemy, you're going to get a big explosion at the end. And because Xueyi does this regularly, she does not care about the enemy's weakness. She just breaks their weakness bar regardless. So I think that's incredibly valuable personally. And like I said, I'd be pulling for her no matter what, even if I wasn't going for Ruan Mei. So let me know if you're going to be pulling for Xueyi, or if you're excited for her or simping for her super duper hard like I am. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.